But
Cool.
also, just while we're talking about betting very quickly, West Ham had their first penalty awarded to them since January 2019 against Sheffield United. And me and a few mates had a bet and lumped it on. So when the first one come in, and then obviously got disallowed, it was like, this is never going to happen again. So to get 2 penalties in one game and for us to win a few quid from it weren't too bad at all. So big shout out to the West Ham boys who are listening on the WhatsApp group.
There we go. West Ham boys on the WhatsApp group. Well done, mate. Talking about sort of the betting side of things, let's just have a look at this week's fixtures, and we're going to go through the odds as well. We're just going to leave that promo code, and then we're going to change that. But thank you very much to Aveda. Much appreciated, guys. And that discount code again, AVGAT10, for your 10% discount there. All your comfy tracksuits, top-notch stuff there. So cheers, guys. There we go. So let's just have it stays on the page. I've not actually done this before. There we go. And we're going to just change it around in there. Lovely. So this week's bets are cutting outside of a Priush's face, unfortunately. Bree, try and manipulate yourself around the screen.
I'm all right, mate.
Use your hands. Cuddle it.
Okay. Go on, mate.
So we've got a Saturday 12:30 kickoff there. Odds courtesy of Skybet. Please bet responsibly. You got Southampton versus Chelsea. Southampton at home, Chelsea away. Southampton 19-5. You got the draw at 11-4. You got Chelsea 7-10. What are we thinking?
I'll jump in there. I think I'm going to go for a score draw. I think Southampton, they're on a bit of a bad form, but at home, it's a big game for them. And Chelsea, at the minute, yes, they are winning games, but I think they've not got a great result, great history down there. So I'm going for a score draw.
Amazing, lovely. Well, score draw there. I mean, at least 11-4 there for the draw, and then you can do your exact scores on Skybet app. Let's go on to the Saturday 3 p.m. game. You got Burnley versus West Brom there. Once again, a thriller involving Burnley. You got Burnley there, evens. You got the draw there, 23-10. You got 29-10 there, West Brom. What's your thoughts on that game, mate?
Yeah, thanks. Give me the Burnley West Brom game. I was all thinking about what I'm going to tell you about the Southampton Chelsea game, but now we'll move on swiftly. So, look, mate, Burnley, West Brom, they both, they both had like an upturn in form recently. West Brom's doing a little bit more up and down, but Burnley have come in with some proper cracking results recently. And I see a home win here for Burnley. To see a comfortable 2-0, 2-1, mate.
2-0, 2-1 Burnley. Yeah, I mean, let's see what sort of Sam's got up his sleeve. He's not really got too much magic as we speak. So, let's see. We've got the Saturday 4:30 game, Liverpool versus Everton there. Big game there. You got 4-9 Liverpool, got a good result in the week. You've got 18-5 there, the draw, and 6-1 Everton. 6-1 Everton seems a long odds there. Turt, do you agree on that, mate?
I think this is the best chance Everton have got of beating Liverpool in a derby. Liverpool are on the ropes. Okay, they're still up there, but Everton are, apart from a little midweek blip against Fulham, they've been on call. So it's a big blow. I think they're not going to have Calvert-Lewin playing, but I'm actually going to go for a draw on this one as well, just purely because I think it is going to be a tight game, and Everton are a good team on their day, and I don't think Liverpool are as strong as they were.
Yeah, Pre, what's your views on that game? Big game, 5:30.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for the Everton fans because it doesn't matter how much good form or how much out of form Liverpool are, they just can't seem to beat them. Just, I don't know when's the last time Everton beat Liverpool, but it's been a little while, man. And Liverpool are at home, and obviously they had that invincibility at home until Burnley broke that. They had 60 odd games where they were undefeated at home. But a draw or a Liverpool win. I'm gonna go for a Liverpool home win in this game.
I really wasn't that convinced by them in the week in the Champions League, but and then the performances before that, it doesn't show form. But they are Liverpool at the end of the day, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I kind of fancy either a draw or Everton, if I'm honest. So yeah, I mean, major odds there if you think the same as us. Saturday there, 8:00, you got Fulham versus Sheffield United. Personally, fancy Fulham again. They're my team at the moment. I've watched good performances. We have tipped them up on multiple occasions there with Josh Maja there being called by Priest when he signed for them. What's your views there, Turk, in regards to the result with Fulham?
I'm with you, mate. I like Fulham. I want Fulham to stay up. I really do. I think the only chance they've got now, they're 6 points behind Newcastle, who's a place behind them, but they've still got to play each other, so that could potentially be a 3-point turnaround. I fancy Fulham to win. I think Sheffield United were poor against us. I think their results have changed, but I fancy Fulham to nick it, and I really hope it continues to build up a bit of momentum and for them to get out of trouble. I like Scott Parker, and I don't mind Fulham at all.
I was going to say, so like Fulham are really like a reflection of their gaffer, aren't they? Like the way they play, the mentality, and the likability. They're just a team that you're going to like. They try to play football the right way, and look again. Unfortunately for Fulham and why they are in this position where they are, you can easily see where this game can go and be a draw. And all the good work they do against Everton midweek is, maybe not. You're not backing it up because you need back-to-back wins to get out of that sort of relegation zone. And the league this season, except for Man City, 2 wins on the spin, 2 losses on the spin, and things change. So I'd like for Fulham to win, and I want to go for a home win. I'll go for my boy Magic to get another goal, mate.
This also goes back to.
You got 23 to 20 on that one, mate. Fulham 23 to 20. They're slight favourites there. Sorry, Turk, for cutting in there, mate. No. I was just going to say this kind of goes on the flip side as well of what we were talking about with fans being in the stadium, because when you've just been promoted and you've not been in the Premier League for a little while, your fans are there and they're cheering you on. And I think the first 4, 5, 6 games they could have done with their fans, just getting 100%. Used to it. And I think that they're one of the teams that have unfortunately not benefited from it. And someone like West Ham have benefited from not having fans because we've not got 60,000 people moaning at every single decision and pass. So it's a flip side to it.
The team that they're playing, Sheffield United, that was their biggest strength last year at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
they stayed up, and it became a bit of a fortress. Like the only game only real big game that I think towards the first half of the season that they lost was at Liverpool. Well, was at home against Liverpool, and even then, it was a mistake by that United keeper on loan, wasn't it? And he let it in, and even that they only lost 1-0. So now fans, we're talking about with Ian earlier on the show, it makes a massive, massive impact to the output of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we go on to Sunday midday. We've got the cup final for West Ham. We've got West Ham versus Southampton. West Ham at home, the big one. I mean, we've got 8-5 there, West Ham, and we've got Tottenham at 17-10 with the draw 23-10. The bookies can't really make their mind up between the two teams.
Everyone's saying West Ham having a great season, which they are. They're having a fantastic season. But I think a lot of it's got to do with they're playing one game a week, mate. They're playing one game a week.
No, we're not.
No, are you not? No.
No, we're playing 2 games
this week. This week, how many games do you play this midweek?
2. We're playing Monday and we're playing Sunday. That's 2 in 1 week. Matchday
fixtures. All right, there we go. So Tottenham played on Sunday, then they played on Thursday, then they're playing you against Sunday. But you've never had to do that. You never had to play in Europe and play in the league. And this season, Obviously, there's a lot more congested fixture lists. Obviously, you were
Listen,
in the FA
you can't be telling me that the Europa League, or the Champions League, has been the reason why Spurs have been so poor in the league.
but we're in the cup final of the Carling Cup. We're in the Carabao Cup, shows our age. We're going to get through to the next stage of the Europa League. It definitely makes a difference, mate. You can't say it doesn't, mate. You know,
No, for
physically
me,
and the preparation.
If you're a club like Tottenham and you were pushing in December for the title, as Tottenham were, to have a downward spiral and be 8th in the league now over a 2-month period, that's nothing to do with fixture pile-up. That's bad management and players giving up and being Spursy.
I can't wait for the end of this season and being on this pod when we're sitting down and looking at, everyone finishes where they're meant to finish, and we'll see.
Correct, and there's a chance that Spurs will still finish above West Ham. There's no doubt about that. For us, I feel that we've bridged a massive gap this year. Doesn't mean that we're a better club. Doesn't mean that we're better. However,
it's an odd season, mate. I think this season is not a normal season, and it won't be the same when
that's an excuse. It's too much of an excuse. It's too much of an excuse because the top 4 at the moment, right? The top 4, apart from Liverpool, deserve to be the top 4.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, Man United there, and even the top 4. Forget West Ham. Take West Ham out of it. Chuck Liverpool in there. That 5, that should be it. Spurs have cemented those spots for the last 2 to 3 years. They've come out of that now. There is no way Spurs are finishing in the top 4. It's a bad season. You won't win the cup. Bad season.
Let's see, mate. I'd love to see the snippets of this when we see something else happen at the end of it. That's what loves it, mate.
If West Ham lose, I won't be here next week. No, jokes aside. Listen, it's a London derby, and I look forward to this fixture. I'm always nervous going into this game, 100%. But Spurs they're a good side. You can't sit here and say they're not. But for the first time in a long time, I fancy it.
I'm always nervous before my cup final as well, Turk. But what sort of score are you looking at, mate?
Mate, you've got it, innit? You've got 2-0.
I'm going to go for 2-0. I just think that I think our defence at the moment is strong, so I'm going to go for 2-0. But look, it could be 1-0, whatever. I'll take a deflection off of anyone. 1-0 done.
Pray.
3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. I'll sit in the middle. I'll go to draw at 23-10.
I'll take a draw all day.
So will I. Sunday 2:05 is Aston Villa versus Leicester. That's a really good little game there. 15-8 Aston Villa at home, 25-5. 12-5 the draw, and 7-5 Leicester. We'll take your opinion on this one, Pre. What's your thoughts on result?
Yeah, mate, it's going to be a cracking game. Good game of football where both sets of managers like to play an expansive style of football. Leicester City are very good away from home. I see a Leicester win, mate. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I see like a 2-1 Leicester win in that game. But anything could happen.
Next game there, Sunday 4:30. Turk, Arsenal versus Man City, 11-2 Arsenal at home, 16-5 the draw, and 1-2 Man City. What's your thoughts, mate? Score, results?
3-1 Man City.
18 in a row. 18 games in a row.
3-1 Man City. Man City are not going to turn up at Arsenal. And you mentioned it, okay, fixture pilot, whatever. They've played last night, Arsenal, against a hard Benfica side. They played a strong team. But Man City are too good for anyone at the moment. And I don't see Arsenal getting anything out of that.
Once again, you see Foden the other day. Bloody hell.
And Kevin De Bruyne, he's not even in the team yet. He's on the bench. Yeah. So he might come into it. Like, it's
best club team in Europe at the moment, mate.
Say that again, sorry?
Most on form, for sure. Yeah.
Best club team in Europe at the moment.
It's the best thing you've said all day, mate. He's 100% correct.
Sunday, 7 p.m. Man United, Newcastle. Man United, they're 1-4 on. The draw 5-1. Newcastle 10-1. Pre, what's your thoughts?
Yep, Steve Bruce is going to go up there, mate, and he's going to do one over his old team. No, he's not. They're going to lose. 3-0 or something. 3-0, mate.
Then Monday, 8 o'clock, Turk. You've got Brighton versus Palace. Brighton 8-11.
Brighton Palace. The rivalry stroke derby that should never be a rivalry stroke derby. I mean, I've never understood this. They are
the Eagles versus the Eagles, mate.
Yeah, I mean, look, apart from that, there is a story behind it. I won't go into it, but I think Brighton are on form. We've said it before in previous shows. I think Palace look poor without Zaha. They've not got anyone else that can really take them and pick the scruff.
They were unlucky, weren't they, against Villa? They should have won that game.
Yes,
Martinez was amazing that game. He played.
Yeah, he did. He had a game out of his skin. But for me, you're right. Brighton were all over him. So for me, I'm going to go for a home win.
It's not looking good at Palace at the moment. I think they're already looking at what the next sort of, the next stage is now for them.
Yeah.
I think throughout the season, I don't think they're going to get involved with a relegation battle or anything like that. I think there's lesser teams than in the league. I think they'll probably bring in a new manager and see where Steve Parish wants to take the club forward. As he brings in a new innovative manager, or what does he do next? All to be seen.
It always looks to me, or surprises me, how toothless Palace are. They've got Batshuayi up front. They've got Benteke up front. They've got Andros Townsend. They've got Zaha. But they always just look
got Eze. Eze's such a good player as well.
Brilliant player. Brilliant, yeah. But they always just seem so toothless in attack, and I never see them scoring. But, yeah, it's one of those. I think Hodgson is coming to the end of his cycle there. And then we've got the Tuesday. That's 6 o'clock Tuesday, by the looks of it. Leeds versus Southampton. You got 6-5.
We just done Chelsea and Southampton.
No, Leeds.
No, Leeds, I know, but I'm just saying that. Southampton are playing this Saturday and then playing Tuesday again.
Yeah, fixture pile-ups, mate. Fixture pile-ups. Exactly.
And then you got Turk complaining about fixture pile-ups when it's I
love 2 games a week. I love when you're on form and you're winning games. 2 games a week is brilliant. Love it.
Well, normally big clubs play 3 games a week, innit?
So you got.
Show me a big club.
You got Leeds there 6-5. You got a draw there 30-5. You got Southampton 2-1. I fancy Leeds personally. What's your thoughts there, Tuck?
We've said it before. We've got a little soft spot for Leeds on this show. We like the way they've set out and the way that they've done it. You just don't know what Leeds are going to be about. I think if Southampton get a good result against Chelsea today, and then a few days' time they play again, I'm a bit torn with this one. So best thing to do when you're torn is draw.
Lovely. We'll leave it at that for the prediction. See how we get on there, guys. Long show, good show. 1 hour 49 minutes. Covered a lot of ground. Really, really pleased with it. Great guests there. Let's keep them coming, guys. Who have we got next week, Tuck?
Right, next week we have a very good, very good friend of mine, but also a gentleman and very nice guy, Adam Newton. So for you listeners and viewers, Adam started his career at West Ham and then played in the famous 9-0 youth team with Joey Cole, Michael Carrick, etc. So he wants to talk a little bit about that. And then he's going to also tell us about what it's like going into the Football League from a Premier League team. And he managed to play for a number of different clubs, like the likes of Brentford, and then going further down into non-league football as well. And he's going to give us a bit of an update on what he's doing now. So it's going to be a great show next Saturday.
Amazing, lovely. Pre, how are you going to leave us, mate? Thoughts for the week.
Thoughts for the week. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the time that you guys have without any homeschooling, I think, because we haven't mentioned homeschooling this week. It's been good. The kids have enjoyed it, enjoyed the break. I think like mums and dads have done the same. So, yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. Everyone's back to it next week.
Just one thing I want to say as well. One thing I want to say, guys, thank you very much for all the listeners. We do really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, and share. It really means a lot to us. Any comments that you can give us as well with feedback, would really take it on board. And just keep liking and sharing. Thank you.
Great show. See you soon, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
See ya.